It is here, one of the biggest shopping days of the year in the United States, Black Friday. Adobe Analytics reports that shoppers already shelled out $5.6 billion online. Thanksgiving Day itself, that is a record, giving momentum for spending on the day after, when online spending is expected to hit $9.6 billion. And there is another new trend, as CGTN's Karina Mitchell tells us, pre-owned gifts are seeing a rise in popularity.
Despite sky-high interest rates and historic credit card debt, Americans appear to be in the mood to shop this holiday season. The National Retail Federation projects record spending in the U.S. this month and next, estimated to reach about $960 billion. That's an increase of up to 4% over last year.
I think that consumer spending has been remarkably resilient. We could point to the strength of the job market, also this pent-up demand that continues to be a really big deal.
But there's been a shift in what consumers are buying. A report from global market research firm Mintel indicates almost half of respondents they surveyed say they're fine buying pre-owned presents this year. In fact, Mintel says the number of people planning to shop at secondhand stores is up 8% compared to 2022 as consumers seek out value. The CEO of Fashion File, a luxury resale site selling handbags, jewelry, and accessories, says she anticipates brisk holiday sales, partly because she believes stigma surrounding gifting pre-owned items is fading.
The younger generations are really leaning into just being very thoughtful about where they're using their money. And we found also there's been a lot of studies that show that luxury shoppers are more conscious consumers, and folks are looking at how they can spend their money supporting circular, the circular economy.
Davis says, in her opinion, circular shopping makes perfect economic sense.
Some of these more like 90s, 2000s era styles are becoming really popular. And I think one of those reasons is you can get really good deals on some of those vintage bags. Some of them are, 80 to 90% off of retail.
Rossman says as more U.S. consumers look beyond traditional holiday gifts like clothes and electronics, competitive pricing and bargains will be key to strong sales this shopping season.
I think retailers will have to offer good deals to get people excited.
Karina Mitchell, CGTN, New York.
And we're going to talk more about this record Thanksgiving spending and looking ahead to the rest of the holiday season. Joining us now, Thomas Hayes. He is the founder and chairman and managing member of Great Hill Capital. Thomas, always a pleasure. Thanks for taking time on this busy shopping day.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
All-time high, $5.6 billion people spent online on Thanksgiving Day. That's some time away from the eating, obviously. Now, is the majority, obviously, of the shopping is done online. Tell us how that has really shot up in recent years.
Yeah, well, there's no question. If you look forward to Cyber Monday, sales are expected to be up 6% year on year, up to $12 billion. And there's a lot of pessimism coming into this shopping season, but I would be long Santa Claus and short the Grinch. We think Santa Claus is going to come to town. Consumers have been grumpy all year if you look at the consumer sentiment surveys, and yet they keep spending. So you have to watch what they do, not what they say.
We've also had some really good news in the stock market the last few weeks. I mean, it's really moving up there. What kind of momentum, the kind of thing that just builds on and gives people confidence to shop, what is that doing? I mean, what do people feel bad about? What should they feel good about?
Well, they say the secret to happiness is low expectations, and that's been the case with pretty much every single economic data point. If you look going into this quarter's earnings season, expectations were that earnings were going to contract 40 basis points, negative 0.4% year on year. Instead, they're up 4.3% year on year. So I think we're going to have a similar situation in Q4. Estimates up plus 3%. They've been 300 basis points too pessimistic all year. We could see plus 5%, plus 6% in Q4. So the economy is doing a lot better, and it goes to never bet against the U.S. consumer when they have a job. And as long as people have jobs, they're going to spend money. There's a lot of fear out there. Oh, there's $1 trillion in credit card debt. But you have to put that in perspective. Debt service as a percentage of household income is near multi-decade lows. So people have savings, people have earnings power, and people want to spend and enjoy and share. And I think to the earlier segment of people giving used gifts to one another, I wouldn't make a huge bet on that. I think people are going to want to celebrate this year.
Indeed. I'm old enough to remember shopping, especially Black Friday, being almost a contact sport. And things have changed a lot in recent years. Are retailers concerned with trying to woo customers back in to stores as brick and mortar, or are they just happy as long as people spend?
They're happy as long as people spend. You know, it's called omni-channel now. If the person comes to the store to pick it up or buy it in the store or get it shipped online. If you look at the biggest searches for Black Friday, it was Target, Walmart, Home Depot, and Costco. All of those are brick and mortar stores. So people are searching those online, and whether they get in their car and go to get it or place that order online, it really makes no difference. The key is that they're shopping, and expectations are very low. You know, last year the average household spent $833. This year they're expected to spend $875. So that's up year on year, but compared to 2021, they spent $879. So expectations here are very low, and I think they're going to be happily exceeded.
You know, I checked out one of my email earlier today, and it was just slammed with 30% off, 50% off, 40% off, store-wide. Are deals being offered earlier this year? And it seems that it's now a week-long event, Black Friday, rather than just a day or so.
Yeah, I think they have the latitude to do that. That's been a trend over the last handful of years. As more and more business goes online, they can start it earlier and earlier, and people want to take advantage. And if you're the only retailer without a deal in Sean's inbox, you're going to be left behind, because Sean is sitting home on Friday after that beautiful Thanksgiving dinner and saying, I want to buy gifts for all those wonderful people I spent time with yesterday, and Sean, how do I do it?
Sean was here rooting out Truth and Justice on the anchor set last night, but we'll make up for that. What kind of discounts are being offered? What are the best deals out there? What are people really looking for?
Well, you know, one of our holdings, we have Amazon, and Amazon is the toll taker for the American consumer. And if you're buying, their stock is flying. And I think this year they are going to be the toll taker. You're going to see different deals across all different retailers. And it's much easier, you know, if you think about when we were growing up, Sean, they would send out these circulars in the Sunday paper and you'd look at all these deals. Now it's so easy to just send out an email and have the discounts. People can click on it. They can order right online. So the companies like Amazon, the companies like Target, Walmart that are doing that are going to benefit, and people are going to want to take advantage of those deals. You know, you did have student loan payments kick in October, and that's why people got a little nervous about retail sales. You had the little major skirmish in the Middle East, the attack that was kind of gave people a little caution in October. But I think that's now people are reaccelerating. They're getting into the holiday spirit, and those discounts are going to get people to take action on the loss leader and then buy the other stuff that they need for their loved ones.
Thomas, real quickly, Sean is one of these kind of people. If he sees something and he wants it, he instantly goes to Amazon. So what are people buying, and how much money are they going to spend this year? Quickly.
Well, the big things this year, they're going to spend $875. I think it's going to be a lot more than expectations. Yesterday, the big ones were Barbie, Marvel, and Nintendo. So we're seeing those toys. I think this year you're going to see a broad array of different things, from clothing, a lot of catch up, and I think you're going to see more luxury than people expect. Everyone thinks it's only going to be value, but I think the high-end, unique things are going to do well as in addition to that.
I'm sure the retailers are cheering every word you said, Thomas. Always a pleasure, my friend. Have a great holiday. We appreciate the time.
Thanks, Sean.